All right, I'm back. I just had a really, I had a thought that dropped in my spirit, and I did have this last night, but it hit me pretty strong because this is a Suicide Awareness Month as well. And this is what came up in my spirit for those of us who don't believe that it was suicide and the unaliving of oneself, and that also that normally it is not the norm for a person to go outside and do this in a public place. That is not the norm, and it's definitely not the norm um, for African Americans. Um, it's not to say that we have not unalived and that unaliving ourselves is higher than it has ever been in our communities, and that because that is something that is going on that needs to be discussed, and it is that awareness for this month. And what made me think about it is there's family that I know of that has experienced that type of loss, grief, trauma in their family. So, what I would pause to say, rather than taking on what some would define as a herd mentality, is if in fact it is the unalignment of oneself, then we must ask ourselves what is going on that our young people are choosing that as an option of dealing with life. Yeah, we must ask ourselves those questions. What is happening that our young people, um, our young men, our young ladies are choosing that as an option to dealing with the challenges, the stress, the the things that are going on in life. If in fact that is the case, that is something we have to look at. We was looking at down the month at the end of the month, having that conversation on that in our communities, and how it is at an all time high, unaliving oneself. So, in an effort, I know the climate, the racial, the political, the unjust, the genderism, the racism, the all of the isms that's going on is at an all-time high as well. But to give consideration to that, so we want to make sure we include that in the conversation. I don't believe we've heard from. I just double checked. I don't believe we've heard from the family, and neither does the family have to say anything for that matter. Um, they don't have to right now because I'm sure they are in complete and utter shock. But we must give space um, for that conversation as well. All right. I'll see you guys Thursday night. Peace and blessings.